1, 2, 3, 4.
We're horny. We're horny for love.
Cheers!
And welcome to Horny for Love.
You do it. I dare you.
I accept the dare. This is a podcast of two reformed prudes reclaiming / claiming in the first place their sexuality in Los Angeles weekly. Did I already say that?
It was like, no, it was a little botch. I always think it's so interesting how you say a podcast of two reformed prudes
A
instead of
podcast about?
Yeah.
Oh, but
They're both applicable.
well,
they both work.
well, that's how the audience knows who's saying
I
it
guess
because
so.
we have the same voice.
Our voices are the same. Well, today we're joined by such a
Wait, who the fuck are
fabulous.
you?
Oh my God. I'm
There's-
skipping
Once
all over the
again-
place.
Okay, botch.
Botched. I'm always botching this podcast. What's wrong with me? Anyway. Hi, I'm John Anthony Lafredo. A very Italian name, if you ask me. And I'm a writer, if you dare to know.
Yeah, but he doesn't use Final Draft.
I do not use Final Draft.
He's a playwright and not a screenwriter, but he will if you pay him for it.
Thank you.
And that's what the strike's about.
That is what the strike's about.
And thank you for asking.
And who
No
are
one asked.
you?
I'm Andrea Lee Christensen, actress for hire. Thank you. Thank you.
And dirty little freak.
Dirty little slut.
Whoa. Okay.
Reform slut. I have a boyfriend now, guys. Calm down.
Mm.
Okay, and today we
Wait.
have...
The air conditioning just like shut off right now.
Okay.
What, do you think they could hear it this whole time?
I think they're in the room with us.
Okay. Sorry
That
if
brings you in the room.
Sorry if the room tone is botched, but today we do have a guest on the podcast.
She is so special to us.
So special.
We
Who is
met
she?
her 3 times.
But each time was very memorable to me.
Oh, totally. Because we mostly have watched her on stage.
Because she is a comedian
And a writer.
and a redhead
And, a girl who's just
living
her life.
Avery Girion.
Those were all really true. Those are really true. Thank
Wait,
you guys for having me.
Girion or Girion?
Girion. No,
Okay,
you did
we didn't
great,
botch.
and you didn't botch. But by bringing awareness, I feel like maybe that was botching it.
And by the way, if you know any other Girions out there, they're probably related to Avery.
Yup. And yup, that's very true. I know them all.
Oh, you know what I'm sort of mesmerized about right now?
What?
The way you're like holding your water with your thigh and your calf.
She's a quirky
Yeah,
girl.
well, we're here for Horny for Love,
Mhm.
and I wanted to hold my water with my thigh.
Okay.
Sue me.
Okay.
I would never dream of it.
A little precarious.
Avery, tell us. Are you or were you a prude?
Ooh. Okay, so I went to and I grew up in LA at an all-girls high school.
From
Wait,
LA?
what?
I'm both from LA and I went to an all-girls high school.
What
so
about all that bullshit about Ellis Island?
Sorry. That was,
okay. Those
That's
were my
famously East Coast.
great grandparents. Oh, my family, my dad's from New Jersey. My mom's from the Midwest. They both came to Los Angeles
on their own voyage.
On their own voyage.
Brave.
And
We made that pilgrimage ourselves.
yes, in the early 90s.
Wait, why did they decide to come here?
My dad did grad school at USC, and my mom.
Oh, are they industry?
They're not. My mom was is a brilliant journalist.
Oh.
Wrote at the LA Times for
Okay.
a very long time. Like literally brilliant. Get this, cited in Obamacare.
Whoa!
Oh my God. Has she met Mr. Obama?
Mr. Obama?
President Obama?
No, she hasn't formally met him, but
I have.
You just said that just to tee yourself up. Okay, wait, let's dig in just for 1 second.
If you want to indulge,
Did you
we
guys
can.
touch?
Yes.
You shook hands with
We
the
shook hands.
president?
I shook hands with the president.
Oh my God.
Wait, what the heck?
What the heck?
How many words were exchanged and for what?
Few. Do you want to know why though?
Brief is kind of good.
It was good.
Yeah, you
I
don't want
met-
a moment
I
to be
met-
ruined by it being too long.
I met Miss Mrs. Obama as well. Madam First Lady.
Did we touch her?
Of course. Hands.
Hands.
Yeah.
Hands, not those delicious arms.
Okay, very briefly. Freshman year, college, first semester. My a cappella group. Yes, that's what I said. Was performing at the White House for their tree lighting ceremony, if you can believe that.
Actually, I in a strange way, I'm believing it.
In a
It's
strange
actually
way,
tracking.
I can't
That is
believe
so
it.
whack.
It was the
Why
most
would
random.
they choose
Okay,
your
wait.
acapella
Wait.
group?
What college? Did you go to Harvard?
We famously don't talk about what school we went to. It's
It's
the
a
infamous
school in New
institution
York.
in which we studied acting in New York.
Yeah.
Fish. Like it rhymes with that.
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Cannot
saying.
comment.
I can't comment on that kind
so-
of thing.
Yeah.
So get this, actually. So I'm in acting school, and it's our final scene day where we're performing at New World Stages, like a 3-minute scene that we shouldn't be performing because we're all children and we're playing like tragic adults going through divorces. And I was
it Rabbit Hole?
I was doing Rabbit Hole. I was doing Rabbit Hole, and I was wearing pajamas because that's what the scene called for. And I had to rush out of there and go straight to a bus with my a cappella group to drive us to DC. I was minutes away from missing the bus. Did not have time to change. So yes, I did roll into the White House in my pajamas.
Great. Why
No,
did
they
change on the
remember you.
bus?
They
I
remember
don't
you.
know. No, they didn't see me in my pajamas. But then we performed at the tree lighting ceremony for the guests, like in the foyer as they like entered and exited. And in between those 2 moments, we were in holding in a green room, and the White House interns came up to us in the green room, and they were like, "So you are going to meet the Obamas?" And we were like,
Oh my God.
and they were like, "We're going to bring you into whatever room they."
You know those interns love
I know,
that
they
job
were like,
to tell
Yes.
people like, by the way, like you're
You're
gonna
gonna
meet
meet the
them.
Obamas.
You're gonna meet them both.
And they
Both.
were
And they act so jaded.
Yeah.
they
Like,
brought us
whatever.
into this room that's blue, where like when the helicopter lands, they like walk into that room. I don't know what it's called.
Well, the
And
helicopter room.
The helicopter room. And they said to us, we'll pose you for a picture. You'll take your picture, and then you will perform a 15-second cut of a song. So pick it.
Wait, so how many?
What?
Okay, how many acapella teams were there?
Just us.
Just you guys?
Acapella
Only 15
teams.
seconds?
Yeah, because they were busy.
15 seconds is fake.
Maybe
Yeah,
30,
and
but
you-
I feel
and
like it
you're
was
telling me-
15. Like I think it was like an outrageous
That's an
like
audition. That's
15 seconds.
That's less than an
16
audition.
count, yeah.
You
Yes.
sang "End of Time" by Beyonce. 15 seconds
And
of
you
it.
had to choose the then and there which
Yes.
15-second cut.
Yes, it was very dramatic.
High
It was like, oh my God,
pressure.
what are we doing?
Wait, how much
Yeah.
did you have prepared on the bus? Were you thinking you had like a 4.5 minute medley?
No. We were performing Christmas songs, like for the guests. We weren't prepared to like do other stuff.
Wow.
So then we went into the room. We were posed in chairs and standing behind chairs, and there was like a gap where they would come in. This is like taking so long. Sorry.
No, I'm kind of interested.
And
Kind of interested.
so they come into the room. You hear his voice before you see him.
Do it.
No. No. But our group was called the Vocaholics, and he was like, better to be a vocaholic than an alcoholic.
He's so
and,
true.
and Michelle was like rolling her eyes in like a way that a wife does.
Oh,
And
wow, they're so charming.
yeah, they shook
They're
all
just
our
like us.
hands. We took a picture.
Yes.
And I introduced myself. I was like,
I'm
they,
John
were-
Anthony.
they went around, they shook everyone's hands, asked what our name was. I said, "Hi, I'm John Anthony." And he was like, "Nice to meet you, John." And I was like, you didn't quite get it right.
Did you correct?
No. But I felt like such a loser because I was like, oh my God, he thinks I just introduced myself by my first and last name.
You know, he probably thinks about that.
You
a
know,
lot.
he's still thinking
I think
about
he
it.
is.
Wasn't it in his book?
Oh,
Oh no, there was a
Oh.
passage in Becoming about it. Yeah. So
it was
sorry.
the foreword.
So, you know, I do have that on your mom.
Yeah, you really do. You
Yeah.
do have that on my mom. Yeah, she was just merely cited in his insurance documents.
Whatever.
Mm.
Small potatoes.
Small
So-
potatoes.
So back to the Girion
So back to the
story.
But yeah,
Girions.
me. No,
Were you born before they got here, or you were born here?
I was born here in LA.
Wow, an LA girl.
Yes, born and raised in the Valley.
Heard of it?
Whoa.
Heard of it?
Heard of
Burbank?
it? Yeah,
No.
Sherman Oaks.
I was about to
area.
Sherman
say,
Oaks.
there's so much more than Burbank.
There's so
Okay.
much more than but you know the people who are like, oh, I grew up in LA and then the Valley and then it's like Thousand Oaks or like far away.
I don't even know what
I'm-
that is.
Yeah,
I don't.
No
can't say I
offense.
really know.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I always grew up here and I
You always grew up here.
I
Wait,
never
is-
switched it up.
Is
I
North
never
Hollywood
switched it up.
the Valley?
Yeah, honestly, like 5 minutes from where
Okay.
everything turns into a different part of town.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Famously,
Yeah.
everything kind of transitions
If you keep
into a new
driving it.
kind of, oh wow, this is kind of a new area. But yeah, I think I think I did grow up here, and in terms of the question of was I always a prude, I was someone who I think I was always like rule follower, teacher's pet, very like type A, kind of like, you know, chaotic too, you know, always knew I loved making people laugh, loved being silly, but I then going to an all-girls school starting in 7th grade through 12th, I was like never around guys. And then I would say also, this pops into my head of like evolving as a, you know, young girl who maybe she started out a little insecure in Los Angeles,
Sure.
where I'm
Sure.
surrounded by, you know, kids whose parents aren't, you know, journalists, rather their parents are like actors and models and like you know, they're so beautiful and like
the
and
nepo baby quality.
yes, that kind of quality all around me. So I think I was always of the mind of like my currency is making people laugh as their way to like me, and then and in the all-girl setting, always boy obsessed, boy crazed.
Oh, really?
What I would do, but I never kind of acted until really
Wait, I
got to
just have
college.
questions.
Okay.
So it's boys are all that does it for you.
Well, famously,
Is that okay to ask?
yeah. Oh my God, I'm actually offended. I'm offended. No. I that is where I stand right now. I'm an open individual.
Okay.
I famously I joke about it sometimes. Where I joke about it, but where, you know, well, the classic of, oh my God, do I think about it? Have I thought about it a
Cross my
long time?
little dirty mind.
My little dirty mind, and has it crossed my mind for many, many years? Yes, but I'm also somebody who I would never claim something that I'm not 100%
Sure.
certain with.
Sure.
But I am very open to exploring it, but I just haven't had the chances to.
I only ask because when I hear like all girls school or all boys school, because I'm gay, so I'm just like, wow, it sounds like the
Okay,
gayest place.
newsflash.
Hello, I told Obama that too.
I bet you did, John. Gay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just feel like they're like gay settings for me.
Totally.
Were
No,
there a lot of lesbians there?
I think it's the type. I think
Was it Christian?
no, it wasn't Christian.
Okay.
It was like academic.
So
So
have uniforms.
yes,
Cute.
Yes, the little schoolgirl uniforms.
Oh my God,
which
so
was kind of
cute.
funny because in college, my first boyfriend, he was always like, "Ah, "Do you still have it?"
Oh my God,
Skirt?
yeah.
But then I had given them all away, so I didn't get to.
You weren't
do that
thinking
kind of-
ahead to
that
like.
I
fantasy.
wasn't.
Role
I wasn't.
play,
No, I was
fetish.
like senior year. I was like, well, I'll give it to some younger girl. But I forgot what I was gonna. Oh, well, I think in later years, in college, like we're like, oh, they were doing that in the stairwell. I had no idea.
How'd you find out?
Oh,
Just of like, you know, when you catch up with different people and hearing little whispers
Uh-huh.
or different things and things that make sense of like, oh, they were so close or different things like that. But I was also the person in high school where like I had no clue anybody was drinking alcohol. Like,
oh
I
my
had
God.
no clue.
Yeah, did you go to parties or no?
My senior year, or I have two little stories. My senior year, like
Tell us.
at prom, I did kind of drink and like, ooh, I'm doing the classic thing.
Where's an
But-
LA prom?
Oh, it was like at somebody's like backyard.
Oh.
But there was actually this whole thing.
Wait,
that
prom was?
no, the prom was in some like big, like kind of like
Like a
not
event
a ballroom.
hall?
Yeah, like kind of like a thing
Okay.
like that. That was like
Yeah.
half-ass dressed up and like whatever. Oh, but I didn't bring a date to prom, even though all my friends were
Brave.
fine people.
Brave.
Very brave, very vulnerable of me. This is crazy.
Whoa, wait.
Looked gorgeous, and the teachers who were chaperoning were like, Avery, you can turn out this
You
way.
ate.
Yeah, all the teachers were kind of like that.
That's all.
That's
What
so
does that say?
Yeah, kind of like,
my God.
Oh my God.
something's- Oh,
That's what you look like?
Avery, this
Oh
is
my
good.
God.
This is a great arc
Wow.
for you.
Wait, this is giving me a flashback to in college when we were doing the play, like third year, we were doing the plays.
The play.
Where we were doing our main stage shows.
Uh-huh.
And then I got some like nothing role, like some like 5-line part.
Criminal.
But you know, I made the
No
most
small,
of it.
no
and
small
then
parts, only small actors.
exactly. And then afterwards the like artistic director came up to me and was like, Andrea, you're she was like, okay, you're ruining my bit.
Sorry. Tell us
No,
what she say.
She goes, Andrea, you're actually really funny.
These people.
And you're like, wow, you don't know me at all.
Wow,
Thank
you
you.
actually don't
You
know
actually
me.
don't know
You could
me.
have had a much better show if I was the lead. But
Yeah.
you know, you made your bed.
I
have to lie in
co-sign
it.
that, and I hope whoever needs to
That's
hear
real.
that hears that. You know
Yes.
who I'm talking about.
No,
God.
that's so real.
God.
Okay.
Wait.
People being surprised by your truth.
It's insane. Like when Obama was like,
Like-
"You're gay."
Yeah, it's like, wow, it's
It's
so
like, relax.
obvious.
You reversed your opinion on it, I thought.
No, really. Wait, but the thought about did I ever go to parties? There was one time when I was somebody who like I said, I always knew I loved making people laugh, and like I was
Hee ha ha.
kind of an example of laughter.
Mhm.
And I
So quick. She's so fast.
No, but I growing up in LA, I had the opportunity to like be doing lots of improv classes and dabbling in stand up even then, and doing kind of stuff like that, to a point where my parents were like, Avery, like, do you want to just be a girl? Like, and they had my friend who didn't go to an all girls school. She kind of went to this like cool, wild school, and she kind of was living really almost, you know, the sliding doors, or like a different version of high school life.
Uh-huh.
And my parents asked her
There's
to
a movie
invite
here.
me in. Literally, I know. Or a play.
Or a
No,
play.
it's definitely cinematic.
Cinematic.
But they asked her to invite me to a party, and so and I was crying. I was like, I don't want to go. My parents peer pressured me into going to a party.
Oh my God, this is just like a rom-com.
No,
This
They
is
were like, seriously, get drunk.
no, they were
It's
no,
okay.
no. They dropped us off at the place. They were like, Avery, you have to go. They said to me, they were like, what's the worst? It'll be a story for stand up. That was them forcing me to go. to a
Oh
party.
my God.
And then this is the where I'm like, you have to be kidding me, because it was my friend, my best friend from when I was little, Noah. She was like, we arrive, the car leaves, we're on our own, and I'm like, I really don't want to be there. And we walk in, and I was like, where'd you get this address? She was like, oh, I asked a friend for like an address or whatever. So we're kind of rolling in blind.
Stressed.
We walk in. It's a girl's like quinceañera. Like full her whole
What?
family. Like it's just like a whole like it was just, it's not the party that
It's not a high school
it's
party.
not the high school party.
No, and she's 15.
No, she's 15. Like
How
I know,
old were you?
I think I was 15.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, I think that
sorry.
was
I thought you were a senior.
no.
what I was saying.
This one was when I was kind of like 14, 15, like
Okay.
kind of like my parents.
The correct age.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
wanted to see me, you know, oh, get out there, kind of socialize,
that's
whatever.
so cute.
But it was funny because I was like dead quiet the whole time because I was scared. And I remember this
Well,
is
you're at a family party.
no,
Yeah.
For a girl you do
strangers.
not know.
And it's not like my friend knows anyone there either. Like I'm desperate for her to find somebody she knows to.
Do you think
Oh
it was
my
like a
God.
practical joke where you asked someone for an address and they were like, yeah, I got one for you?
No, because I think she did. I think she found somebody, and it was like, it was just so silly. And then we were in a circle of like the kind of friends of the girl of the girl,
The girl.
you know, happy birthday, and yeah, and basically there was this guy who was standing next to all of us, and he turns to my friend and goes, "Why doesn't she talk?" Kind of a classic.
Kind of a classic.
And then get this. He goes, my friend, oh, what a great girl. She goes, she's on vocal rest. she's quick. And then
she really bailed you out.
amazing.
no, and then he goes, I'll do it to myself. He reaches over to me and he goes,
What the fuck?
Wait, Avery's sort of like karate chopping her throat.
and then he goes, okay, you're good now. Speak.
That is so rude.
No, I know,
That's
it was
so
insane.
rude.
But also, that's kind of
could've
like
been a
my
singer.
origin story of like
It's giving
the first time.
It's giving 8th grade Bo Burnham.
It's also kind of the first time, now thinking about it, a guy had ever touched me.
and
It's
the
karate
throat of
chopping.
all places.
Oh,
kind of crazy.
erogenous zone.
Yeah, so have I been a prude? I don't know.
Wait, did you
It's been
did you say
experience.
anything after that?
I'm sure I like.
Were you like,
You're
hey,
like, hey, stop touching me.
I said I don't
inappropriate.
want to be here. No, I forget. The rest is a blur. But I do remember like being like, I really want to leave. I don't want to be here.
There's really a
God.
great script there that you should write.
No, I felt
That's like the inciting incident.
Well, I've always wanted to write like the super bad that is like
Yes.
that is telling of like my youth and that resonates in that capacity.
Oh,
I
we
get.
all
I
have
bet
a
my
super bad
parents can
inside
get
of
you
us.
final draft.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, I had a question about prom just quickly because you
Please.
said that.
Yeah, did you lose your virginity at prom?
Oh.
No, my freshman year of college, I lost.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That's the next
Mm.
story.
Okay,
but
okay.
you said all your friends. You didn't bring your friends, but I'm like, okay, but who are these guys that were bringing?
Okay, so basically,
Did you do a co-ed prom?
well, so it was like, it was my high school's prom, but everybody, there's kind of like this all boys high school that
They
a
partner
lot of
up.
girls kind of like know people there or just have that. Because I'm also, keep in mind, my social life after school is I'm doing the plays.
Right.
I'm
Very
doing
familiar.
the plays.
Yeah.
Wait,
of
with
course.
all girls.
With all at the all with and yeah.
So were
Oh,
you? Did
so
you ever
they were
play
gender
men?
bend-
yeah,
Bendy?
obviously I played Jacket into the Woods.
Oh my god, lead role.
Hey, I'm so sorry about it. No, and I was always like, yeah, kind of in the male roles or that kind of thing. But I think
Can you
it's
give
just
us a
because I'm an
little-
alto.
Wait.
Can you give us a
Avery,
little "There Are Giants in the
um,
Sky"? Just like
There are giants.
My
No,
boyfriend
no.
loves
No,
saying
stop.
that you have an amazing voice. Cause
Wait,
he's seen
what the hell?
he's seen you at like
Are you
2
nervous?
singing things.
wait, what? Oh.
Stop stealing my boyfriend. Stop singing around him.
That's really cute.
You siren.
Well, thank you.
Because we saw you at Slaybill and at the musical improv thing.
Yeah, well, what's been so fun is I used to sing in high school, or like I loved when we were doing a musical theater show or something, and this is kind of funny part. I would always do in the choral concerts all through high school. I did the tech, so I did the lights in the booth. But then my senior year, I auditioned and to do a solo. So then my senior year, I got to do the lights, then walk out of the tech booth.
I can.
Oh my
Go to
god.
the front, sing my song, and then come to the back to my applause, whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
haven't really done singing really like at all since Steve asked me to do that, and I'm so
Wow.
excited to be back.
Was
doing-
that scary or fun?
It was like it was scary, but it was also like, oh my god, this home
This
like
is
it's
home.
been
This is home.
it's
The
home.
stage is home.
well, like really earnest, serious, like being funny, but
Yes.
also just I can kind of just be an actor too
Mm-hmm.
inside of it. And then intersecting music with improv has always been a dream of mine.
Scary.
So scary because I love improv. That's my like basis of comedic education. Is what
ice. That's what's so crunchy.
but I so then now, and I always used to watch. You guys are
Solidarity.
interested.
Solidarity.
Cringe.
I about left out.
No, you're involved.
No.
Okay,
thank
we'll
you.
stop interrupting.
No.
Tell us about the intersection
Interrupt.
of musical theater and improv.
Yeah, on your Horny for Love podcast, I'll talk about improv, comedy, and music.
It usually comes up.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes up every time.
But I used to watch, like, growing up, I used to watch all those, like, musical improv shows. So now kind of getting to explore that or finally be on the stage as, like, a real performer versus just, like, really aspiring and loving this community. And growing up in LA and watching it so much to now be on the stage and be received by your boyfriend. I mean, that's what more could I ask
Again,
for?
stop trying to steal my boyfriend.
No, I would never do that.
Wait,
I would never.
is musical improv hard?
Oh my God,
seems
Yes.
so fucking hard. Like, how are you like rhyming shit and like coming up with melodies and stuff?
Well, you know, it's the keyboardist is like so talented to be able to.
Who was it?
It was Eric Shackney. They're amazing. And they but to be able to like come up with those things, so I feel like we're just really going along with that. But no, it's tricky. It's kind of like you're singing and you're thinking about the word that's going to come at the end, and then you're immediately thinking about a rhyme that works with that for the next line. But that, honestly, I feel like improv has always been the most authentic form of me showing like the little special thing I've got going on of like, as a writer, it's like my writer on its feet.
Yeah,
and then,
for sure.
kind of like an even more tricky version of it. I'm enjoying being challenged in the musical improv space. But yeah, I lost my virginity when I was in college. But yeah.
Wait,
kinda
okay,
where I'm
set
at.
the scene.
Okay, well,
What college, first of all?
I went to Chapman. I'm like, wait, but you guys didn't tell yours.
So?
It's up to you.
I just said
Yeah,
it.
you
We just
Wait.
don't want to be sued.
No.
But it's up to you.
Oh,
Do
please.
you guys talk bad stuff about your place?
Sometimes.
Well, first of all, there's nothing you can sue over. Freedom of speech, honey.
Oh
It's
my God.
experience.
Sometimes I forget about that, and I'm like,
I know.
Oh my
I
God.
love that thing.
That's
Yeah.
literally our right.
it's our right.
It's
Okay.
more about burning bridges.
No, so
wait, Chapman is where again?
it's like in Orange County. It's like an hour away.
So you just couldn't get out of LA.
I couldn't get out of
You
LA.
said you said no way. Actually, I
No
want to be
way.
more conservative.
Well, yeah, I'm actually too liberal.
Wait, what'd you study there?
I studied
Musical improv.
yeah, exactly. No, but equally niche. I studied TV writing and production in their film school, always very much knowing what I wanted to do. But ironically, I kind of had a pinch of apathy when I was in the selection process of where I wanted to land. In I applied and submitted for very like specific schools like that, where it's like, oh, in this industry, or I did kind of just general like poli-sci and knew I wanted to write satire was the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So to like be able to educate myself and then transition into comedy writing. But wound up going there because they ultimately gave me the most money.
Hell
which
yeah.
is
Perfect.
awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you,
And
Chapman.
thank you for that. And yeah, no, so that was my first time like suddenly around guys and being like, wait, what's kind of going on? Well, because I had
What's kind of going on there?
what's kind of going on? Well, because actually my first guy experiences were actually in high school when I would do these
Anal.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. Like, I did anal at 14 at a quinceañera. So he karate chopped my throat, and then we went behind a bush. No, but what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say my like kind of being received as a woman or like, you know, whatever
Sexy woman.
was ultimately, unfortunately, I was like a minor. But like no, but no, like you're like
Where's the
cut,
story
cut.
going?
No, it's all good. But like I was like 16, 17, whatever, and I was in classes with people who were like in their 20s, 30s, or whatever.
Oh,
and
in like
people just-
improv classes. And,
Yeah, and people just didn't realize that I
you
was
were
younger.
a child.
And
You
so
always had a womanly figure.
oh yeah, hello, little curvy hourglass moment.
Redhead.
And that was the real shock. I think it was because my dress kind of showed my waist, and the teachers were like, "What the hell?
You've been hiding that from us?
How dare you? I'm your geometry teacher." So like my first like I kind of like was a little bit hooking up with a guy or what.
Oh my God.
Wait, what do you mean hooking up?
With like just
Like
like not,
kissing?
yeah. Not like yeah. Nothing that would what that's not really
Incriminate.
allowed. But yeah.
Okay,
But,
sure. Very PG stuff.
Totally.
No
But that was
tongue.
my first. Oh my God. Actually, gross.
That was your first kiss?
Yeah.
It was with like an adult man. Sorry.
That's actually my truth. I said
It
I would
is
be.
your
I
truth.
said
Haven't
I would
you
be.
read Pretty Little Liars? It's hot.
I have not.
And in retrospect, I'm like, actually, it's a fun origin story.
Okay.
No. But I think in moving forward,
Yeah.
I like it when.
So you came. So you like older
They're
guys?
my
Or?
age.
Well, I definitely have always been like, I like somebody older than me than younger than me.
Me as well.
And also just because I feel like not like I'm so mature, but I do feel like
You could say it.
I feel like and famously men mentally age at a different rate.
Yeah.
A glacial pace.
At a glacial
Mhm.
pace.
Mhm.
But then my first like real like relationship where I was cared about the person and like I was in love with the person.
So you're
was
just
in
using
college.
this older actor man,
Totally, really just using him as a way to
like go to college
figure
experience.
it out.
Hashtag figure it out.
Hashtag figure it out. I think that happens to all of us.
So you could don the
happened to
boys
you
at
guys, right?
college.
It definitely happened to me.
Mhm.
Wait, virginity? So
Gone.
gone. Virginity gone. So you're at college. You're like, oh my god, they gave me so much money. I'm
I'm so excited.
toiling away on final
Yeah,
draft.
they practically
Yeah.
begged me to come here.
Really?
Yeah.
So who was this guy? Was he someone you liked, or he was just like,
Was he a
Well-
BF?
Well,
or was he just there?
Well, what was interesting? He was like roommates of a guy who was in my major. So like he was like a close friend of friends or whatever. But remembering back, I remember I was like super fixated and like I've always been somebody who like has a really intense crush and then like narrativizes it, fantasizes in my head, and then flushes it down the toilet. I hate him and then needs to pivot to someone else because
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I don't really know about
The
Libras.
scales. The scales.
Wait, like you don't know or
Right.
you don't know how you like them?
Oh no! I don't know
you don't know
what they
anything
are.
about-
Oh.
Or sorry, what you
I
are.
thought you were like
I don't know about
Libra.
them.
Libra.
Well, I have to get up and go.
Outgoing, life of the party,
What?
social
you-
butterfly, balanced, flirtatious.
You're making
In-
things
indeci-
up right
indi-
now.
I think
No,
indecisive.
you know who
That's what
I-
I heard.
I know a
Indecisive.
couple of Libras.
Why do you have this accent right now?
I know. 'Cause she's an actor for hire.
No, I know about a couple of Libras.
Oh, okay. Well, and
Yeah.
you're hired.
Thank you.
But so like, I remember like I was actually like really like, I was really liking this other guy or whatever, and I'm like in hindsight, I'm
Which
like,
guy? Not one of those two. A third guy.
third party guy,
Mhm.
and
You're fantasizing about
and
him.
I'm just like, he's so, oh my god, da, da, da. And I always talk about my crushes to people because I'm like, that's me like realizing them without having to, because I'm too
Yeah.
scared to do anything.
Of
I'd
course.
rather.
Yeah.
I love to blab about crushing.
Oh my
yeah.
God, yeah,
Me
and I'd
too.
rather be.
That's why we made a
Approach.
podcast
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
I guess that tracks.
That's kind of resonating. But I'm realizing I was like, I was talking about it with this other guy, and we had like left a party early or whatever, and we were in a car, and I was talking about this other guy, and like then we all went away for winter break, and he like out of the blue like messaged me or something, and I was like, that's literally so random. I didn't even think about this. But then he was like this tall, cute boy, and I was like, and then in the new year, in January, there's like the interterm part where you take like a half a class, and then you're just like also just around. And me and a bunch of friends, we decided we're gonna go to Vegas. We're gonna drive to Vegas.
Oh my god.
And we
Wait, not even
18-year-olds.
21.
we just like got alcohol and just did it ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We just kind
Well,
of did
sort
it
of
Your own
homegrown.
adventure.
yeah. And we started, but I was in the car. Like there were two cars, and one car had all my best girlfriends and the people like they were all seeing did whatever, and then I was in the car with like the friend I had, and then his roommate, who's this guy, and we drove like I forget how long that drive is.
5 hours, five and a half
yeah,
hours,
something like that. And we did all this stuff, and then we all hang out, have this thing, and then we sleep in the car because we decide we're gonna like drive back the next morning. But instead, me and this guy,
But you guys just went to Vegas to be there for a few hours and then slept in a car and drove back?
because
I'm
actually if you're under
confused.
18 or if you're 18, you can't really go do anything.
You can't
there.
gamble at 18.
Wait, you can go in
Well, I think we did. We
the
did like small
casino,
things.
bask in the vibes.
We because that's what
You
happened.
can watch
is,
the fountains at Bellagio.
yes.
Yeah,
Well,
you could do that.
There's
You
a
could do
there's
that.
definitely a photo of us in front of that fountain. But the whole thing was from like
I hate
3
Vegas.
No, it was but this is my only memory of Vegas, but it's also the thing where I'm like, I don't want to go back there. It's my one little happy memory, and I'm whatever.
I don't want to tarnish
and I
it.
don't want to turn but we from like 1 a.m. to like 6 a.m. Him and I, it was just me and him, walked around all of Vegas watching like the sun come up and what kind of like in a like we watched the creepy crawlers
is like kind
too.
of romantic.
No, and I like didn't even realize I was like, wait, this guy randomly likes me.
You're like, I'm falling in love right now.
No, but then in the car, he was like, he said something that was like, oh, like, I really like, I like her, and it was like, because I had
What
never,
did he say?
I'm like, I forget.
like,
No, but he was saying how he was like, oh, I was asking my friends back home about you, like, or like, oh, do you like this, like showing pic? And I was like, well, okay, you had to decide if your friends approved before you went after it. But
that's
but
lame.
whatever.
Okay.
Well, also, yeah, it's very lame at this point because it's a long time ago, and
Right.
At the
everything
time,
ends in a way that
you were getting a love
sours it.
confession.
But at the time, I was like, and to be a girl who had never really felt like I was desired, you know, to like growing up and
Except for olding acting.
yeah, or people where I'm like, you think I'm like, or you know, oftentimes I feel like, oh, somebody thinks I'm special in a way, and that's kind of the pursuit or whatever, or like you want something from this. But it was like, oh, he is a guy my age that I think is so cute, and then yeah, so then we started dating, and then I was
So that was your boyfriend.
yeah, and then he became my boyfriend,
and
and then his family had like randomly a little bit of money, which is always
Oh my
exciting.
god,
Always a
so
plus.
random.
Random and cool. And his family had like had a house in Palm Springs, and that's where.
You did it?
Oh my god.
Except this is so funny. The weekend we were gonna go, and like it was like gonna be so exciting because we didn't want to do it in a dorm. Because I was like, oh, I was like building it up or whatever.
Of course.
And he his family was at the house in Palm Springs, so his parents were like, oh, like not because they knew anything other than just like my girlfriend's gonna come. They got us a hotel room. So actually, that was where it happened.
Oh
but it was
my
like,
god.
That is wacky.
I don't-
Wait, but
think-
it's
it
kind
wasn't,
of like happened beautifully.
But they
Yeah.
got you a hotel room, like so that you could fuck.
No.
No, of course they
No.
didn't. I don't know. I
Wait,
feel like
then
yeah.
what else would they
what
have
else
gotten
would they
the
be getting
hotel
it
room for? They have a house.
No, because they had so many they had
There wasn't enough
Yes.
space.
yeah, it was like the weekend where
Oh.
a ton of people were in town, but we had like
Oh my god, but they trusted two 18-year-olds enough
They're in
on their
college.
own.
well, I think also they knew that he was like a guy who like they were just like
They're like,
they
he
were
fucks. Our
yeah,
son fucks.
yeah. It was that kind of
Oh,
energy
perfect.
where it was like
They're
well, let's
like, just wrap it up, son.
hey. And at the end of the day, that's a great idea.
What time
Yeah.
of year? What time of year was this?
It was like January.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Perfect for
January in Palm
Palm
Springs.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we
exactly.
had a disaster trip to Palm
Disaster.
Springs.
Well, just
I
the-
mean,
just
it
the
was fun.
driving
Wait, what
there.
happened?
Well, his car AC broke
Yeah.
and it was 120 degrees outside. It was June.
It started spewing ice chips at you.
It
Remember?
was really hard.
chips?
It was
like
really
there was
hard.
some ice like spewing at you or something. Remember?
Opal, his car, did
That's what she
not want to
named it.
work.
And
And I got a UTI because I had to be in the pool for, because it was
'Cause I had to
so
be in the
hot. It
pool.
was so hot. You
Yeah.
had to be in the
Criminal.
pool.
going to Palm Springs in June is like the dumbest idea anyone ever
Yes.
I
had.
agree with that.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
how was your
hot.
first time? Was it good?
No, yeah. I remember.
What did the
I-
hotel?
Yeah?
What did the hotel room
Oh
look
my
like?
god.
No, because the thing is, it was nice.
It was.
Yeah,
Oh my god, because they randomly had a little bit of
'Cause
money.
they had money and they were like, "Here you go."
They're like,
No, it
our
was like-
son is about to fuck tonight.
There were like rose petals everywhere.
no, and it had like a balcony that looked out to the lazy river. Like
There's a lazy river there.
so you guys fucked on the balcony for your
No.
first time.
Hey, no. The doors are closed. It was all inside. No, but I do remember
Will you tell us the hotel off pod?
sure.
Will you tell us on pod?
I don't. I can't remember it. But
Yeah,
I-
yeah, yeah.
it was
Okay.
definitely like nice.
Nice.
You know.
Okay.
And no, and like it had like a golf cart. Like they were like they were like elements. Because I think that's hard to let someone go who has access to a golf cart.
Yeah, for sure.
But what was I gonna say? Because it was kind of gonna be funny.
Something I asked you what the hotel was like, what it looked like, and
Oh, I remember. Afterwards, when it was like, like to the point where it's like we're asleep or whatever, I like roll over, grab my phone. I text so many friends. Happen. It just happened. It just
Oh
happened.
my god.
Yeah.
Did you feel like a woman after?
I was like, whoa, what the hell? Wait,
I'm different.
I'm different. I'm so, but also in the way too, where I'm like, oh, why haven't I? Well, this is kind of awesome.
This is. Oh, you liked
Wow,
it.
so it was
you liked
good.
it.
Well, yeah. He was very like. I also like. Like at this point, I like, you know, it's the first relationship, so in my head, I'm just,
You're like, we're getting married.
Oh
no, I'm
my
like,
god.
no, 'cause what was funny is one of the nights, I forgot if it was before this or after this, I started crying and I was just like, this is gonna suck so much when this is over. And it did. I was like depressed for like 2 years.
Wait, why did
Oh
it
my
end?
God.
Can I
I was
ask?
just not the right person.
Okay, there we go.
At the end of the day,
Okay.
it's just not the right. It's just
Understood.
at the end of the day, it's not the right person.
Oh my god. Wait, so you said earlier that you're in a bit of a dry spell.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Actually, for me.
Oh my god, really?
kind of. I mean, I've like gone on little dates and things, but I feel very okay. So after that breakup, I kind of went on this like, get over someone by getting under like a lot of different people.
A hoe period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of, and
Familiar with that?
yes, and so that was a lot of my college time of just like, and
Getting
so-
notches.
getting notches. But then I think in some ways, like, you know, you do stuff and you're like, what's going on,
Right,
girl? You know?
girl.
Like,
Oh
take
my
a
god,
deep
like
breath.
what? Like what?
Or just in the way of putting myself in situations where I'm like
Like dangerous or just like, ew.
emotionally,
Mm.
like you know, where. Wait, I'll tell you quickly the story. It's so quick. It's actually kind of a crazy story, and I mean it with no lightheartedness. Okay. Wait.
Tell us.
Okay, the last time that I I slept with someone else, but then but basically this one person, I was like, I was hooking up with him, and he was like, "Did I tell you that you look just like my ex?" And I knew that she was dead.
You did know that? You knew that already?
I did when he said that. I knew that. And I was like, I don't know what I'm really doing anymore.
Oh my
I just felt
god.
like it
I
was
would have
just
like dried up in that instant.
I was just
I'd be
like, I was just like, this is super intense, and I'm somebody who is like such a like hopeless romantic, where I like liking someone, and it was like, oh, this is like that is an impossible feat in this situation.
Yeah.
In terms of like that's I don't know what I'm here for, or like there's a lot to be processed on his end, whatever.
For sure.
For sure. And I just like a lot of stuff, but so just like, and I've gotten like, and then also, you know, the classic like lady thing of like, oh, a couple things where it's like, oh no, that was scary, like, you know, type of things that made me like kind of like, you know, more reserved in putting myself out there. And so then the past few years I've just like gone out on dates, but then I never like push it anymore, because I'm just feeling this like, it's a mix of, you know, there's like the pinch of post-pandemic like almost insecure thing, but also this thing of like, I am somebody who like, I don't like my time wasted even a little bit. And I've started to in both saying like, oh, a little bit of insecurity, I have this like newfound sense of deep confidence and like certainty in myself too, where I'm like, I know my value and I know what I bring to the table, and I've always felt I'm meant for a power couple.
Hell yes.
Oh my god.
Because I'm just like, I've got so much, you know, that
so
much to give, and I feel
The
like
world.
I would, and I've realized that I find like ambition and intelligence so attractive.
Yes, I'm horny for that.
No, truly,
you don't
where
want
I'm
a hot dummy.
No, and
We can't settle for dumb.
no, but I'm starting to realize like, so I've just been having like these different little crushes, and then being like, and then when I'm close to feeling like, oh well, I'll play it out, realizing that he had friend zoned me in some capacity, and then I'm off to the next one.
He had what in
Not
some capacity?
friend-zoned.
Like friend zoned me in some
Oh
capacity.
my god.
Which is totally okay.
Wait, I have
Teach
questions.
their own.
I have questions.
Yeah,
Well, one,
girl.
like what? I guess you kind of answered in a way, but like what? What?
Yeah.
We almost got an organic spit take on the pod.
Your computer everywhere. That's a frequent thing for me.
Spit take?
If
You're like,
You'll
I'm so
you should be
naturally
flattered.
a comedian that like spit takes just happen all the time for me.
No, sometimes it's an issue, but no.
Oh my god, like at a bar.
But honestly,
And you're
you
like-
should feel complimented.
I do. I feel lucky, honestly.
I know.
What are you looking for? Like, I know you said you like feel like you're destined to be in a part of a power couple. But in the
I
meantime,
feel like we three on this couch are.
I agree.
I think
Yeah.
so.
But like, do you want a boyfriend
I
at the
think,
moment in time?
Yeah, I
At
think
this moment in time?
I think what I really realized was like, oh, the casual sex world makes me more sad than it does make me.
And cheers to that. And
absolutely.
cheers to that.
Absolutely.
And so I think there was I like kind of told myself, I was like, oh, actually don't be intimate with someone unless you've decided that you kind of like them. And then that
yes.
immediately causes
Avery.
the dry spell.
I was
yes, totally.
I was just writing about this. And
Play or journal?
Substack.
It sounds very my Substack, but it was a proposal for a play. And
I do.
I do. I was saying that like when I first came out, I was like so hopeless romantic, yearning for love, and I was like, I will not be that gay person that just has sex. I won't do it. I want a boyfriend. And then I was like so lonely for so long. And then I was
horny.
like, you know what? Like fuck my rules.
No,
and then I
I'm
started having
starting to-
sex. And now I'm again being like, well, I don't know if I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you cut it off with the daddy, by the way?
We texted yesterday.
Oh my God, Mr. John Anthony.
But I relate.
He's horny. He's horny.
I feel like it's a gay men that I talk to like really struggle with this because there's so much pressure to like have sex, and that like having sex, this sucks, but like this is how I felt. I was like, I felt invisible in the queer community because I wasn't engaging in sex, because so many people like make friends by like having sex with someone, and then it's like
True.
and then you're like, oh wait, we're just friends, and that was like a fun time, and then you like meet their friends, and it's like kind of just like social networking. And so I felt like I have no friends, I have no prospects. And but then people's like feel like they have to participate in it, and then they get like
wait.
down.
Were you like not getting like aroused by the whole situation, or was it just like afterwards you're feeling like mentally like this
what
sucks?
situation?
Oh, just like casual sex.
No, I get aroused. Certainly.
Honey.
Okay.
honey, I'm
stands tall.
aroused. Yeah.
I mean, speaking for me,
Please.
I can't get wet if I'm not like into you, you know?
Well, I'm into them, but I don't need to like love them
Oh yeah.
to feel aroused.
Oh my God, but the sex is so much better.
I know,
I feel
because
like the attraction comes like deeply from like who they are, so that
Yeah.
it just makes
Yeah.
it so much more.
We're sapiosexual.
but now
I know.
but now I for the first time in a while have have had
acting coy for
feelings for
Oh, yeah.
somebody,
He's in love.
and like
Daddy.
no.
No. The daddy's married. He's just for sex.
Yeah, he's just for
Oh.
sex.
That's cool.
That's
cool. I said
No,
I'm
I have-
okay with it.
feelings for someone.
Hey, we're called carnal animals at the end of the day.
Totally, absolutely carnal.
Mm.
Yeah, I have feelings for someone for the first time in a long time, and I'm just like not even thinking about sex, like not in like a I'm not sexually attracted to them, in a like I know the sex would come and it would be good. It's like because the like intimacy's brewing, and I'm like,
you can see.
oh my god.
Oh
I'm
my
scared.
God. Oh my God. Oh
This
my
could
God.
be the wild.
This is really exciting, John Anthony. Your whole face is getting red.
Wait, this is huge.
I don't want
Especially
to talk
because
about
you.
this anymore.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Have you guys talked on the phone?
Stop,
his name?
Avery.
What's his
Avery,
name?
when
Oh
are
my
you gonna be in
I
love?
hope soon. What the heck?
Okay, so how are you going on
Okay,
dates with these
deflection.
people?
I know, really. I'm like so into
I'm
it.
not in the hot seat. This is my podcast.
Don't yell at us.
I'm just.
So
we're
sorry,
Two
so
girls
sorry.
over here.
Yeah, we're just two little girls.
3 little girls.
Oh, true. Okay. Yelling at yourself.
Okay, the girls are yelling at each other.
Well, no, but I feel you in the way of like I'm kind of like coming back around to where I'm like, ugh, maybe I do just start having sex again and I don't care so much.
Right.
Like,
Right, because are you horny?
I'm building. Oh my. Oh, yeah, obviously I'm a girl. Like
I'm just a little girl.
no, but yeah, no, I'm like, and
Are you-
I'm
are you,
getting,
like-
I'm personally getting my own stuff.
Okay,
out, you
great.
know?
I was about to ask, are you
Sometimes it's not
masturbating?
enough.
Yeah,
No.
I'm doing all the stuff I need to be.
So we kind
Yeah,
of like
right,
to ask
right.
people about masturbating. Like, are you digit?
I would say I'm pro.
Are you
No,
a
no, no.
digit?
Are you digital or analog in terms of like,
Oh,
you know? Can you interpret that? Do you understand?
Yeah, I think I'm more analog, but wait. I'm
Like,
It-
are you using
wait.
vibrators?
No, that's not. No.
No.
I meant
I
digital,
thought
as
you
in like,
meant-
do you use porn to get off, or analog, like you're just your thoughts?
And me thinking you mean penetration or clitoral stimulation. Wait, okay.
Digital porn, analog thoughts,
Oh,
imagination.
both.
Both.
That's gonna be both. Yeah, I don't get.
Beautiful.
But you know what? I'm like, I search for something that feels like, with search terms, that make sure that the video feels like these are real people. Where it's like,
amateur?
or oh, that's the word. No. Like either that or like a circumstance where I'm like, I know that. Or like I'm like, oh, she's at, like I want to feel like, oh, I can see her thought process. Wait, that's not making sense. It's
You
like
can just
I
tell
want to
us.
see her choices.
no. I'm just like,
Bro,
so-
stop.
yeah. I'm like, oh, she's really acting. I can see the acting work.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like in a situation where you know it's like authentic. Like someone, was it you saying this or another guest being like, "Oh, I like when it's
like real
public
relationships.
because I know
Oh,
that there's
that
like
was
some
me.
element of like
Oh,
you
but that's
can't
what I'm
act.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm
we're
talking.
gonna
Yeah.
get caught. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
actual
yeah.
risk here.
No, that's what
Yes.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Mm.
Of like, yeah, we're kind of towing the line of like, oh, that's her. Like if, yeah, either public or like a real relationship or like,
There's risk involved.
there's risk or something
The
where I'm
stakes.
like,
Stakes
yeah,
are high.
where I'm like, oh, that was her real reaction.
Oh no, absolutely. When it's too overproduced, it's like, I know
Come
you're not making all
on.
that fuss because it feels good.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too
Or
performative.
there's like
Yes.
music.
or
I
they're
don't like
The
that.
second there's music,
I'm
fake.
gonna
Fake.
I'm gonna tap out.
Yeah. Wait, so what have you
I'm blushing.
What have you?
Wait,
Yeah,
so
no,
when
but
you're
I-
not using porn, like what do you imagining?
Oh, okay.
Or who are you?
Or
imagining?
Yeah,
Who?
who?
Okay.
Wait, do you masturbate to like people in real life that you have crushes on?
See, this is interesting, and I just
Oh
talked
my
about this
gosh. I'm
with. I
sweating.
feel no. I'm like, it feels like too much to, especially because I'm somebody who like, I'm like, I don't act on my crushes. I'm just thinking about them, and it's like,
Okay.
if I was like, oh, if it really felt like, oh, I can see this coming to fruit, you know, whatever. But when I think about a crush, when I'm doing that, is when I've decided to throw the crush away to the past. Where I'm like, oh, this could never happen. Like I've decided that's nothing. So I'm like, oh, I could think about it like a one-off, like random thing.
Oh,
But it feels a little bit like, no, I don't know. Well, but
I
sometimes
used to work
think
a
about
lot
you do
with
you
my
did.
imagination.
Where'd you go?
Sometimes it's better,
Sometimes it's more, fantastical.
and you really get yourself there.
I think there was like in high school there was
Organically.
like teachers. I would think
You dirty,
because I
nasty
liked the
boy.
power play,
Yeah,
and I could do a lot with the imagination there. And then
yeah. I think about things. I think about things
Things.
that shouldn't
it
shouldn't
happen.
That's what she meant by we can see the thought process.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And then
are we gonna do it? We
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I don't know.
Okay.
sometimes with crushes, like people in real life, in my current life that I have a crush on or something. Sometimes
A coworker.
no. Sometimes I'll be like doing my thing with like digital,
Jacking off.
and then like
I love how I had no clue actually. What
right before I finish, sometimes I'll like think about a specific person.
I heard this
You know what I mean?
Wait, that's crazy because I heard this thing once that was if you are truly manifesting something or something you want, you have to think about it right as you're orgasming.
What?
Oh wait, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
And one
Okay.
time I've thought about that
Did it
and I'm
work?
like, I'll sell my script. No, but no, the strike's still happening, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. Logistically,
You
it,
can
just- it
manifest the
can't.
strike ending.
respond. We all need to be doing that. When you come.
And our collective power.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we should say at
Orgasm
the
power.
picket line.
No.
When y'all go home and orgasm, think about the strike ending.
When y'all go home and orgasm, think about strike ending.
What's with this accent now?
You were doing that.
Did I
You
do
started
that?
A
it.
little accent.
I didn't even mean it. I didn't mean
It
it.
just
The
came
actor in
out.
you.
Oh my god. When y'all go home and orgasm
I did not have sexual
relations.
with
Wow, we're doing we're on our
strike.
presidential.
I know what that presidential
So who are
episode.
you crushing on these days?
I'm like, you know the thing where you have a crush for a long time and then you're like, ugh,
No.
this is not gonna. Oh yeah, you have a boyfriend and you're probably do great, right?
I don't know.
I understand crush it. I
That's
understand
my
the
role on
long
the
game
pod.
crush.
Well, because I think it's like I'm somebody who is a little bit shy in that capacity where I'm like, I have a crush. I think it in my head, and then I'm like, they know. I bet they know, and I'm telling my friend. I bet it'll get back to whatever, and then it never really does, and
Oh, I have
and
the
then
op-
they
I-
start,
Get
and,
back
then
to them.
they, and then they start dating.
Wait, I have
someone
the
else.
opposite
that's
problem.
awful.
I have the like crush for the longest time in the world and think there's no way they know. There's no way they know.
And they know.
And they know.
See, I'm like, I want.
But sometimes they
God.
like me back.
But-
Wait,
well,
who are you
that's
talking
awesome.
about?
Off
Wait.
pod.
It's the sky.
So juicy.
It's from the past. It's
It's
from
from
the
the
past.
The past, the past. Wow.
Past.
Okay.
But
My journey to the past. You know that
I'm
song?
trying to think about.
Anastasia.
I do.
Wait. So,
I
so
do.
Oh, I
you've
do.
made up in your mind
So
this
you
long-term crush.
making up in your no. But it's like I'll think about somebody and then it's like, oh, they start dating someone. I haven't
never
I haven't
addressed
acted.
it.
I haven't done it in the right timing or whatever. And so then I'm like, the only way to get over one crush is to
Develop a new
just
one.
infatuate with someone new. But
How are you meeting all these people to have
no,
crushes
but
on
I'm
now?
not. But that's the thing too.
Okay.
Is like it's so hard for all of this that it's like
You scrolling through your Instagram Explore page, like,
yes, no.
he'll
Well,
do.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Well, there's like maybe someone I have a crush on right now, but it's like kind of I flip a coin every other day because it's like, am I just really forced? Like,
Okay, but what would you do
Uh-huh.
if I dared you just like ask him on a date?
no, that's what I want to do.
Like just whatever.
Do
No,
it.
that's what I want to do.
Wait, what's your ideal date?
Is he single?
Are you?
I
Yeah.
think so.
We need to confirm that part first.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Just
Is
DM
he-
him. DM him.
No, because I want to be like, we should get a drink sometime.
Yes.
Yes.
But I get so nervous.
No.
Right.
But you know what was so funny is I was explaining it to my friend and we were being like, I should just finally act, you know? Because
Yeah.
again, like
Yeah.
I've been in this, also I'm in an era where it's been a second for me, which is so frustrating in the way where I'm like, I used to be like truly so wild.
You're
where
like,
I'm
I used to be a
No,
whore.
I'm like, what's really wrong with me? But I was explaining to my friend, to Haley, I was like, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, and you can totally say no. I think you're so wonderful. Like,
No!
she was
Is
like,
that what Haley said
she
too?
was like, you sound so. I was like, do I sound desperate? She's like, you sound super insecure. Like you just need to be confident and so simple and like.
Yes.
And that's the thing where I feel like I need to shift into a different chapter for myself.
Yeah.
But I'm still a little bit in this old one that's like this timidness. or
Yeah.
I feel like once I break a seal.
I feel like it's always easier IRL. I feel like when it's like over the internet, you get way too in your head about like, oh my god, and then they can respond.
I mean,
this,
I
and
get
blah, blah,
terrified
blah.
IRL too.
Oh
Well, no,
really?
yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking of saying it
of
in real
course.
life.
Well, I feel real
You
life you
should
can
do
just
it.
like
That's
gauge
different.
better what they're gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
And also, if somebody says no, it's like, oh, sorry, you should just feel A, very flattered. I'm so lovely.
Right.
Mhm,
And B,
mhm.
but you know what I was
I don't
talk-
think anyone will be like upset that someone's asking them on a date.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Yes.
like, hey, someone thinks I'm cute.
Hey.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait,
yeah.
so you're actually
So I
friends with
wanna-
this person,
Yes.
and you will see them soon.
Yeah. So it's like this kind of thing where like I can't. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, actually.
Don't.
No,
Oh my God.
But I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
tell you
fight.
later.
I'll
okay.
fight.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
But
do you ever have the reverse where like someone asks you out on a date and you don't like them? Like, have you had to field that?
Well, yeah, that's happened.
know what
like
that's like.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, where
Is
I
that
try
what
to
like
remind
holds you
myself.
back sometimes?
That's the
like,
game,
you're
isn't
like,
it?
oh, I know how that felt when someone asked me out that I didn't like,
Well,
and I don't want them to feel that way.
yeah, or like there's the thing of well, that also helps me realize, like, whenever I feel bummed of like, oh, I like someone and they don't like me back or something, it's like, oh, but how many times has somebody liked me and I don't like them back? It's just a normal thing, and it doesn't mean I'm discrediting them as a person, or I think that they're not capable of like that. It's just like a natural,
it's
like,
not a match
chemistry thing or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just like I get randomly, and I go back to my little all-girl schoolgirl, you know, around all these girls that I
dig up that uniform.
No, I dig up that uniform. No, but it's like I used to feel I was always so comparative to the girls I was around who were so thin and blonde and all these things. And then at Chapman, like, that was very much the energy of the girls that I was around. And I feel like I'm starting to be an adult, and people are allowed to be like, it's like everybody's metabolism search, you know, it's like people are just being people now versus just like being this like young typical standard of beauty or whatever. And so I think that's also allowing me, like, in both my chasing my goals and stuff, feeling more confident in myself. And then it's like also I'm like, oh, I'm actually like, I'm great, you know, it's all gonna be okay. But you know what's funny is I was talking to my therapist, and I was saying how I was like, I just don't get why somebody doesn't realize, like, they could just be with me and like they could ride my coattails, like I'll make all their dreams happen for them. And then she was like, oh, actually you can't think like that because people will start to use you. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you don't want to be used.
See, Avery,
but I feel I'm primed for usage.
I know, because I'm someone who used to be like, well, I have a tendency that when I like someone, it's like I'm the giver and I'll like give you the world and then like get nothing in return.
Ooh, love that.
And no, don't love that.
Yeah, he loves unavailable men.
Okay, stop conducting this narrative about
sorry.
me. And I've learned that if you naturally want to give, maybe that's like the way you show your love and affection, and that's okay. But like, if you're a giver, you have to be more protective and selective about who you
that's what I'm trying to start to
give
do.
that to, and they have to earn it from you.
And that's kind of like where,
because I stop myself, I'm like, wait, why am I doing all that for this person?
No, really, no. And I'm trying to like find those boundaries for myself of like, even socially and in this place too, where I'm like, no, the reality is like, I want to find somebody who like has so much going for them, like, and that's why it's like, oh, that's sexy to me. I'm
absolutely.
like,
you don't want someone to need to ride your coattails. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to be the baby too.
I need to be a little baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga.
Wait, what's your moon?
Oh, I don't know. Well,
you don't know?
I think I have like.
You're from LA.
How are you?
I think one of them. But I know because it's 3, right? One of them I think is Aquarius and one is Capricorn.
Oh,
I don't know too much about these.
I know you're
okay.
These I keep I'm striking out.
Libra, Aquarius, and Capricorn.
Or it might be Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to check my phone once it's charged.
Okay.
Do you believe in the one?
Oh, okay. So I think there are.
We're getting to your dating profile part.
I think that there must be several people I think people are types of people and there are so many, but I think there's probably a right person for me and the right person for different times of my life. And I also think, I often think about this too, and this is a different question of like, oh, like, have you been in love or think that?
Have you?
I often think I'm like, I think I've been in love, but I hope I haven't. In the way where like I hope that I can be in another relationship that makes me feel like, oh, that wasn't what love was. But to me, I'm like, oh, I've felt this really deep like sense for someone, but I hope that someone can show me like a new version of that makes me realize like, oh, this is, you know, deeply authentic or something. But I do think I've shared that. But I think there's people that have potential.
There's a short list.
Yeah.
There's a short list that you're lucky enough to run into.
Question. Have you ever been in a situationship that you thought was love?
Oh.
I'm like, I feel like when it's the situationship, it's like I was more in it for the casual thing anyway, so I wasn't like getting to know them.
You weren't
like
really going there.
Yeah, in the deeper capacity.
Right. Do you want to get married?
I
one day?
I think if it happened, I would really well, because recently I've had I like a year or two ago, I was like, do I want to be a mother? Like,
that was my next question.
Oh my
mother.
God. No, but then I was like, oh, am I subconsciously saying I don't want to because I'm convincing myself I won't find somebody, and that's why. And so I'm like, oh, do I have like half-hearted thoughts about marriage because I'm like, oh, it's this like underneath like subconscious like insecurity that I won't find someone to be in that with. But honestly, I'm like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I actually think I like, if I found somebody that I felt like, oh, I wanted to bring somebody into this world with, like, that makes sense and I'll allow that. But I'm not craving the deep motherhood need. Although like I said, I was teaching these swim lessons this summer.
Right.
Yes.
And that was really like to watch me feel like I'm really impacting like young 5-year-olds, like teaching them how to swim. It was so lovely, and like it did make me feel like, oh, I could see it for myself. But I think I'm somebody where I'm just like, I'm super like ambitious, career oriented, and young in a way where I'll say it, I'm kind of young, like we're like,
how young are you?
And I won't ever tell. And I'm still a minor. No, but where I'm like, I think that I would love marriage or the celebration of like deep commitment with someone. I think I would love to have a partner that I spend like the rest of my life with.
Basically marriage.
Yeah.
And
then if
I'll just say, I believe in marriage.
I'll just say
the one. And I'm like,
I hate when people are like I feel like our generation like tries to be anarchist about everything because like that's the thing. And people are like, marriage is such an institution, and like I don't know why I'm like kind of doing a Trump voice right now.
Oh, hey.
Like, yeah, marriage is such an institution.
Yeah.
Presidential. Well, debatable. But they're like, yeah, fuck marriage, like blah blah blah. And because I'm someone who's like always been like, yeah, I want to get married, and then I get all that like, and then I'm like, they're like, well, I don't want to get married. I just want to have like a partner who I spend the rest of my life with that I love. And I'm like, yes, same.
No,
that's what marriage is to me.
Well, they guess they don't want the paperwork.
Whatever.
And they don't want the
But does it help
government
you,
involved in the
Yeah, I
bedroom.
want
Does
the
it help?
paperwork.
Oh, yeah,
it helps the
taxes.
It
Yeah, but
helps.
then if I guess the scary thing is if you get divorced, like
So?
all of that
Well,
legal
then-
trouble,
well, then get a
and like
get
the
a prenup.
money.
because also people who get so like worked up.
I'm
over a
over
prenup,
that.
I'm over it too, because
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
if you believe that you'll be together,
Then what's
you'll
the
never
big deal?
need it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you never know
What's the
what
big deal?
can happen in life.
Yeah.
We're
And if
gonna
you
be together.
truly love someone, it's like you shouldn't have a problem with them protecting their assets and things that they've worked hard for.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
Because
If
by
you're
the
in a
time I get
situation where
married,
there's if there's a discrepancy, or
Yeah.
you each have your own things, like
Yeah. Oh my God. I was just.
say it.
I'm just gonna say it. I was having a conversation with my BF about our friend. God, I shouldn't say this. I will. Anyways.
oh my god.
Anyway.
Also, I think I just saw your new neighbor for the first time.
Oh
Sorry.
my God.
Exciting.
Oh my God. He's my other enemy.
Oh.
This morning, so we're kind of tandem parked with two other cars, and the every other car was out of the lot, and he was like, "Can you reverse your car so I can back out?"
No.
I was
How
like,
dare
"There's
you."
There's so much
there's
space.
literally so much room." He's like, I'm seeing your car behind me. I can't move." I'm like, "You're stupid. Walk outside."
Did you tell him? Or did you
No,
move the
I just
car?
moved the fucking car like a little bitch. Anyways, so what he was saying was,
Your boyfriend or your neighbor?
my boyfriend was
Okay.
saying about our friend that got married. So his wife expected him to pay for everything 90% and her 10%.
She expected that?
How
She expected
did they
that.
make the
Did they
same-
talk about
how
it
much
before
money-
going into it?
Well, they kind of got married like really quick because they're both really Christian, and
Okay.
No, but anyways, he's a waiter, so it's just kind
And
of
what
like
is she?
she works like
No,
like
she's
office
a
job,
CFO.
office-
Yeah.
CFO.
office job.
She's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
It's
she's like
no,
10% me.
but then that means like I don't know, like I don't.
That's not
just-
working
I
for
feel
me.
That's not working.
for me.
It's that's like so old fashioned.
In,
It's like
if you have the means, and that's like what is going on, where it's like he has all this, you
Yeah,
know, you've talked
sure.
about it, and like, because there's nothing, you know.
This is why you have to talk about money
you have to
before you get
talk-
married.
yeah, you
okay,
have to-
as people who've never been married.
Yeah. You gotta talk
Gotta
about
talk about money.
Talk about it. No, yeah. Well, okay, now that you've put it out there, I'm like, okay, I think it would be so lovely
To be married.
Well, and then
I want to be married.
yeah,
I wanna
because
be
I like
married.
I like the like real deep commitment,
Me
and
too.
also, who doesn't love a celebration where you bring all your
Hell.
family and
yes.
friends together? And do you ever screenshot, like, whenever a wedding dress, you're like, that would look so pretty on me?
Oh my God.
no.
I already know. I already know what wedding dress I want. I want it.
I just know.
Do you want it with this guy?
Stop!
course.
Stop! You can't be talking about that right now.
Today we talk.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
You said I want 20, and I want you to bring
You said
in 80.
let's get married tonight.
Well, sometimes when I get drunk, I get really crazy.
For sure. It's so funny, when I get drunk, I'm actually taking the SAT. over
Yeah,
and
I'm
over.
actually really normal.
I'm always like,
I
can
get
I
really
say something
normal.
really crazy right now?
Literally relatable.
and then I get too scared to say it.
Totally.
And then he's like, "What? Tell me." And he's like, "I promise I'll feel the same way." And then I'm like, "No, you tell me what you're thinking." Then we're like, "Proposal in Mexico." No, I'm kidding.
Wait, when are you going to Mexico?
For real? Is that
October.
what you guys said?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
That's not what we're no.
She gets a little kooky with guys.
How long has
That's
this
not
guy-
true. That's not true. He is not like the other
How long have you
guy.
guys dated?
A month.
Not a month.
2?
2.
Not a month. Month and one
I would
day.
say two
A
and a
month
half,
and one
2.5
day.
months.
Oh.
But we've known each other.
Like-
It's a classic friends to lovers trope.
Oh, that's how long have
They
you known each
love
other?
that in the
A
publishing
year, a
industry.
year.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wait, how did that? Did he or did you? How'd
Like,
you
how
feel?
did it all start?
Yeah, wait, because typically my crushes are on people I know. So
Yeah.
how'd you?
You're
break
like,
it?
I need the.
Yeah, and like,
tell
did
me
you say
how,
like,
how,
let's get
tell
a
me
drink?
how.
Like, how'd you say it?
Okay, I'll tell you. So, we were coworkers.
Mm.
So, you know, it's like
I'm not
that
gonna
built-in
comment
thing
on
of
this.
like,
You shouldn't
oh,
do this.
well, no, because
Well,
he had a
your
GF
girlfriend.
for a long time. They like moved to LA together. Anyways, what? Why are you
No,
making that
she's the
face?
worst. I'm just kidding.
No,
Sorry,
I
no,
have
I'm joking.
there's nothing to say about that. It is what it is.
Totally.
I'm for women everywhere.
Me too.
Totally.
Anthony's not.
I am.
No, but you know, we became really good friends.
You
Like,
did the Trump voice earlier.
Wait, that's a classic trope on Real Housewives shows is that a story arc they love to do to someone is always to be like, wow, you're really a woman who doesn't support women. And then the other girl goes, don't you dare say that about me. I love women.
that was giving acting.
I have a
Thank you.
sister.
I have a sister. I am a sister.
Oh my! I'm a mother. I'm a daughter.
Mm,
Even okay.
I'm a Christian.
I'm a Christian woman.
I'm actually Jewish. Did you know that?
no, I
No,
didn't know that. Did you have a bat mitzvah? Did you do boy girl stuff at your bat mitzvah?
No, I waited for the quinceañera. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Wait, but so you walked up to him and you said,
You said
now that
you said big out with the girlfriend.
because
No, they broke up.
yeah,
It has nothing to do with me.
I agree.
It has nothing to do with me.
I mean, I believed you the first time. The second time, I don't know.
How did it all start? It was one blur of a week.
Mm.
It was like, what are you doing after work? Should we get a drink? Come meet me here. It was Pride. It was Pride.
Wow, really? I have one weekend. I have one.
He was day drinking all day.
Your anniversary.
I was working, and no, it was a friend's birthday party, and we had a little vibe going on, and I had to leave the party, and he was wasted. I was like, come outside, say bye to me. We made out.
I'm horny.
You were sober, right?
Also wasted.
Yeah.
And then it was Pride, and he was drinking all day, and I was like, come meet me at Good Times at with Davy Wayne's. And then
Good Times with Davy Wayans.
have you been there? You've been there.
Yeah.
A
Is that the
classic
name of the
sexy
bar, though?
Good times at Davy Wayne's.
Okay.
You know him, Davy?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Okay. Anyways, and then one thing led to another. We're in his bed watching The Idol.
Okay, get married. Get married. The
married.
taste.
And then we're booking.
That's awesome.
So did that
Yeah.
help you with your situation?
Yeah, I guess I'll kind of do that.
Hey,
yeah.
come watch The Idol with
Have
me.
you seen The Idol? We don't need to watch it.
You really don't.
Actually, that is a perfect thing to turn on because
Because it's kind of
It's background
sexual,
noise.
and you're not gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, that's
You'll probably
Yeah.
maybe just hear some sounds. Like
It
Yeah.
was one crazy week
Yeah,
where
and
we
I never watched.
yeah saw each other every day. Yeah.
and the rest really was history.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Exactly.
Wow. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you, and I hope that you can take
Yeah. I'll take the advice.
the advice and apply it towards your situation.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my therapist was saying to me, she was like, I think you just need to be open and not so closed-minded or whatever. And so I'm going to try this new energy.
Okay, you said slay.
I said, slay.
Slay, I will be. I'll open me up.
Crack.
Crack, you got
Crack.
me.
Crack. Ooh, crack. You got me. I'm open.
Cool. Should we do the last segment?
Yeah.
Um,
This is perfect.
So Avery, musical improv genius. So we have
We have a segment at the end of every episode.
No.
And we used to, like, her and I, we sing it. We sing the name of the segment.
no, but now the guests sing it.
Now we've been getting our guests to sing it.
We give
whatever
you the
melody
text.
that you choose to put on it. Whatever melody the text evokes within you.
Me.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job. Good job.
So are you ready for the text? To receive the text?
Yeah.
Okay. Glimmer of hope.
3 words. Glimmer of hope.
You sing it how you want.
However,
Feel free.
I'm like a pop star. Glimmer of hope. It's the year of dreams. But yeah.
no, keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Finish the thought.
When you say yes, you say nope. Because that kind of rhymes with hope.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Cool. So what is
Glimmer of
Glimmer of hope. What's the next line? It's the
year of our dreams.
We say,
Say
yes,
yes when we mean
no.
When you say yes, you mean no.
When we say yes, we mean no.
When you say yes, you say
It's
no.
like the Justin Bieber song.
Do you know what I mean?
It is.
Awesome.
I got my peaches down and
When you nod your head yes.
When you wanna say no, what do you mean? That
it's
That's
the
good.
age of consent. What do you mean?
that song is really weird that he made that song, like, yeah.
When you nod your head yes, but you
You
want to say no.
It's like,
Yeah.
He's like, bitch, speak up.
is it like a song like advocating for consent, or is it a song where he's like,
what do you mean?
you nod your head yes, but like
But
I
you
know
wanna
you
say
really
no.
mean no?
But is he talking
Because
about
then
sex?
he's knowing that she means
Right.
no.
Or is he just like keep asking her like, what do you mean?
What
Maybe
do you
it's just
mean?
like they're like a
Oh, I don't like
flirtation.
that.
But if you have
Yeah.
to wonder, isn't it like it's a no? You
Maybe
know?
she's
Yeah.
shy.
Maybe she's trying to be chaste.
Who
maybe
are
she-
you?
maybe it's
You
me.
spent too much time in
Yeah.
Orange County.
No, I don't. I'm like, I don't go back there anymore. All my friends, they're like, you want to go back to Chapman? I'm like, no, why would I ever want to go back?
Why would you go back there?
Not until they pay me money
Well,
to
because
speak.
they have
true.
really good Asian food in Orange County.
Oh, that's
I'm so
true.
hungry.
They have
And
Um,
amazing boba.
Hold on. So Glimmer of
Oh, right.
is,
LOL.
the segment that we do at the end of every episode,
Okay, fun.
like we've said 3 times already,
into it.
where we talk about something that's getting us through it.
Something we're looking forward to, something that's making us happy.
And it can be as big as or small or medium sized as you want.
Okay, fun.
And you all go last.
oh
Unless you feel compelled to speak right now.
no,
Yeah,
no,
or
I'd
compelled
love
to
an
speak
example.
second.
Exactly, some examples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Examples,
Let me
examples.
hear it from
I'll go
you
first this
guys.
time because I feel
Okay.
like I haven't been going first
Okay,
in a while.
Daddy. Roll
I
reversal.
was at this writer's retreat a couple weeks ago.
I'm obsessed that you're a writer. I didn't realize you were such a writer. We need to talk about that.
We will.
Okay,
Off
sorry.
pod.
Off pod.
Off pod. And I feel like I'm just still riding this wave of like empowerment from the retreat and feeling like really like energized. I've been like getting a lot of work done, and I feel like not just like artistic, like writerly work, like career shit. Like I'm moving.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I feel the energy in my world shifting career wise.
Wow.
And it's exciting me.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
You're extremely deserving of that. I always say, don't settle for less than what you're capable of, and
Wow.
Thank you.
you're capable of a lot.
That's beautiful.
That's exciting.
That's beautiful.
I've known Avery for like 3 times, and she
This
just
one
gets
counts as
me.
2. This one counts as 2
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. So now 5 times.
Because we're going in depth.
Oh,
Yeah.
so in
Yeah,
depth.
we're going deep.
Yeah.
For me,
Mm.
my boyfriend is cooking a delicious meal for me tonight.
Oh.
And I'm
my
so
God.
excited to see what he's going to conjure up. Because one time he made this.
Disgust. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
wait. What do you? It's like the Jamaican food, like brown stew chicken. Or what is it? Whatever. It was so good. He's such a good cook.
That's
Do you know
hot.
what he's gonna make, or it's gonna be a surprise?
Surprise.
That's cute.
And
That's
he
cute.
said, do you want to do the thing where like we kind of tandem cook? Like I can tell you what to
Tandem
chop
cook.
and
Like
we
a
can
sous
drink
chef?
wine and stuff and you're my sous chef, or do you want to just like sit on the couch and I'll cook everything?
Oh my god.
What'd you
I
say?
said, sit on the couch.
That's so cute. Aw.
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
I think my glimmer of hope would be next month, mid-September, I'm going to New York.
Ah.
And so I'm going with Kel and Haley with my little sketch group, Babe Motel, and we're going to do a show
Plug
there.
it.
Plug.
You know, just kind of having fun. Yeah, it's my glimmer of hope's really a plug at the end of the day. But I'm really excited because I'm going to go for a week.
I was
and
going to say, how long will you be there? A week.
for a week, and then I haven't been on a plane in so long, so it just makes it inherently exciting.
Wait,
Just-
do you know New York at all?
Yeah, I have family who live
Oh,
there,
cool.
Uh-huh.
and
Ellis Island.
yeah, Ellis Island.
Sure
We all
that's where they
know we've
live.
been through. No, but me and Kel, we were kind of both talking. We were like, we should just go on an app and just like both have like go on a date like in New York.
Yes.
Because it so doesn't matter, and you can just like
Yes.
because I think that's the kind of thing I want to be in my pushing myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Is like do
Yes.
things that don't really matter and
Mhm.
Be adventurous.
I-
Wait,
Adventurous. I'm
what are the
craving some
dates?
adventure.
Because we have some New York listeners in
Yeah,
the
we
house.
do.
wow!
And if you want to take Avery on a date,
Gickle.
she might be able to fit you in.
Yeah, I'm very busy, but no, September 8th through 15th, I think.
Where are you staying?
Probably Brooklyn somewhere. I don't know.
Like, are you all staying together
I think we are
at an
staying
Airbnb
together.
or
Oh,
like
so
at a
cute.
friend's
At an-
place? Or?
At like an Airbnb thing, and then I might pop over, sleep over at different people's places. Maybe yours. We're having fun.
Okay,
Having
cute.
fun.
Wait, so where's the show gonna be?
The show's gonna be at Littlefield.
What
on
date?
September
Or date?
13th at 8 p.m. Hayden Johnson and Richard Perez
Oh,
opening.
beautiful.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's gonna
Wait, so
be a
Hayden's
wonderful
traveling
show.
to New York as well.
Yeah, she's gonna be there. I think she's doing her half hour in
Really?
like around that time too.
Oh my god, that's so
At Union Hall.
exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's her plug too.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah.
And where can we find you?
Me, I was gonna give my address.
You silly girl.
No. It's really just my first and last name on Instagram, right?
Avery
That's kind of fun.
Girion.
It's also my email.
Just in case you need it.
Just in
In case you
case
need to
you need
book
it.
her.
Also, randomly, so many celebrities, their emails are just their name.
How do you know that?
Dude, because
I've tried.
my career is going great too. And then I guess where else to find me? Yeah, Babe Motel, and then do a lot of sketch comedy with them, and then I've been performing some improv at UCB too recently, which has been very fun.
Very fun and sexy.
UCB
Mm-hmm.
2 or like TOO or like the number 2? Like, is it-
TOO, yeah,
okay.
UCB two.
I was like, there's a second one.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Oh,
yeah, it's an offshoot.
Okay.
Same name.
It's the sequel.
Just adding a two.
Well, Avery, thank you so much for coming on pod and revealing everything.
Yeah.
It's fun to hang out with you now 4 times.
I know. 5.
Five,
Because this one
five.
counts as
Yeah,
2.
five.
5.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be so honest.
Of course, it's our pleasure.
Anything
Pleasure.
else you want to get off your chest before we part?
So John Anthony, you said you were gay?
Next topic.
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you guys. And this
It
has been Horny for Love.
Thank you